It's the last day of the final registration weekend, and the IEC has been urging young people especially to make use of this opportunity to register. Newzroom Afrika's Zola Sholwana joins us now live from a voting station in Vosloorus in Ekurhuleni. Zola, thank you for joining us once again. Are you seeing any movement of those young people making their way in order to register for the 2024 elections?
Well, that's how we have been seeing a few young people making their way in here to register to vote, and the ones that we've managed to interact with are saying that they are essentially doing that so that they can bring change in their community, as this particular community has issues of crime, they've got issues of housing, electricity, so there's so many issues that residents of this area would like to see get addressed. And I'm joined by one of the residents. I saw you making your way in there to register to vote. Why did you decide to register as a young person?
Ngidecided ukuthi ngiregister kulokho ngoba vele sifuna ushintsho entweni eningi yabo. Lana njengoba siphila kahle sibancane kahle ukuthi asisange ekolweni sonke selezafunda and esizamile ukuthi senze impilo yethu ibe grand, I understand, and esifundile sasoloku sacrifice ngempilo zethu mara izinto sigcine sezenza ngenye indlela esinga understand. So this is my first time ngicala uregister to vote ngoba vele ngifuna ukuvota kulokho ngizokwazi ukubona change yenzeke emhlabeni, I understand, ngoba siyabhayiseka asinamisebenzi, siyabhayiseka asinamanzi. Okay, nya operator ngine car wash nyani ngi operator khona la elokishini, leyo car wash le yangibhayisisa ngenxa yamanzi and stuff, I understand. So ingibhayisisa kayo ngoba mina ngiyahamba each and every fucking day ngiyofuna amanzi lapha kujojo nina ngwathola amanzi kushuthi imoto anyeke ezowashela, I understand. So into engicabangayo ukuthi ngizovota kulokho ngoba like ngifuna change, sister. Yeah.
We apologize for the foul language, but if you could just take us through the emotions when you were making your way in there to register to vote, since it's your first time. Was it exciting? Were you nervous? How were you feeling?
Mangicala, sister, like yeah, bengithukile yonke into yami ngenze ngithukile yaba mangena lapha yana bengithukile yonke into yami bengizibuza ukuthi kahle kahle lento engiyenzayo ngiyenziswa yini ekugcineni, I understand. Mara ngicabanga nami ukuthi okay, since nginganamsebenzi ngumntana omncane kahle ogelezile futhi onasi isikele mara nganasi ispan ukushuthi bengikelezela mama kushuthi yonke into bengikelezela yikho nga-apply ama-varsity and stuff ngabona mara yazini into engenze the way ngifile ngakhona mangena lapha phakathi yo ngiyele ngathuka kancane mara ngizoyenza ngoba vele yinto kamele ngiyenze right nami ngiyadinga ukuthi ngibone uchinge ekugcineni. That's why ngiregistered ukuthi ngikwazi ukuvota sis.
Okay, good. Now, obviously, young people like you abajwayelanga ukufuna register or voter because banama reasons amaningi, and when you have decided, assuming that you want to see change. Now, yesterday there was an incident. Did it not affect, the crowd, abantu coming to the registering station?
It affects abantu abaningi kakhulu because le situation le yenzakala izolo abantu abaningi bele bathuka yabo. So now noma socabanga ngene ithindini uvela ucabanga ukuthi yonke into vele kuyenzeka vele ukhala isibhamu futhi usemaphakathi ethindini. What if bazobulala bona labo sesibe IEC? What if bazobulala yayithola lento le? Nathi besithukile straight. Anyeke ufika uvula iphuthu ushaya isibhamu bese singathuki. Sonke besithukile. Isilimazile singabantu abaningi. Mhlambe nabanye bawo bokamele ba register abasaregistanga ngenxa yokuthi bathuswe lesa sibhamu esile sakhala izolo. Yeah.
Now, that was one of the young people who, were really looking forward to this moment. As you have heard him say, this was his first time where, he got to register so that in the upcoming elections, he gets to exercise his democratic right. And he's quite hopeful that when he gets to vote, hopefully that will bring a lot of change in his community, as they have been, attacked by a scourge of crime and all other issues that he has mentioned. Kat, back to you in studio.
Thank you, Zola. We certainly do hope that more young people will be coming out in their numbers, as that young man has spoken of a life trying to put things together, but certainly having to vote in order for them to be seeing those services coming to them. Now, from Ekurhuleni to KZN, Newzroom Afrika's Ntando Mnyandu is in Ndwedwe outside Durban, where the IFP is monitoring the registration process. Now, Ntando, thank you so much for joining us once again. Earlier on, you spoke to the IFP party president, and he urged potential voters to come in and register to vote in order for them to vote out a government that's not necessarily serving them. Are people of Ndwedwe heeding that call?
Well, Katlego, we are now in a different area from where we were last time. We are now in Sonkombo, which is just after Molokotlo. We have spoken to quite a number of locals. What we've seen in this voter registration center is that there is a very low turnout. People are not coming in as expected. So what we have tried to do is to solicit a comment from locals, as I am now joined by Obaba Upeinkosi Mvuyana from this area. Baba, you are here to register. So uzobhalisela ukuvota baba wami. Yini konizobhalisela ukuvota? Intuthuko niyayibona yini la eNdwedwe?
Yebo, intuthuko ikhona kodwa iza kancane ngoba into kuyona esikhala kakhulu ezishodelwa amanzi. La endaweni yaKaSonkombo siyabona nakho nomgwaqo uyalungiswa. Kuyakhombisa ukuthi kukhona khona okuzayo. Sina ground, sina ihole yakhiwayo la phezulu, ingane zethu ziyakwazi ukudlala. Iholo ngiyacanga ukuthi siyisebenzisa ngoba ndebe ibikhona ibincane bezisenze ingane zethu maziyosiniya ingoma. Kodwa ke la endaweni yaKaSonkombo into kuyona esikhala ngayo nje ithanda ukusihlukumeza kakhulu amanzi.
Yeah. Yini enizoyenza okuhlukile ukuvota ukuqinisekisa ukuthi isidingo senu esifana namanzi enithi yikho enikhala ngakho kakhulu kule ndawo yaKaSonkombo siyasombululeka?
Sicabanga ukuthi abantu abasobe sibakhethile abamakhanseli bona kufanele besukume besebenze ngoba sesibona ukuthi kushuthi bona abangasebenzi kahle ngoba lento kufanele abe lenkinga kade bayisolve ngoba inkinga yamanzi sekuyinkinga endala nje mhlawumbe phelile o 4 years 5 years sikhala nje ngamanzi la kule ndawo.
Usukela manje kuyaphambili ivoti lakho ngiyazi liyimfihlo kodwa ngenxa yokuthi sekudonsa isikhathi eside amanzi engafiki uzolishintsha ivoti lakho uvotele okwehlukile noma uzoqhubeka uvotele labo bobavotela babone ngazuthi abawenza umsebenzi?
Umehluko kufanele siwenze emavotini kuze sibone ukuthi abazophatha bazosithatha kanjani. Kodwa ke esiye sikubona ukuthi kodwa osuke sekusetshenziswe osuke sesenze kufanele simbheke ukuthi usebenza ugcinaphi, singavele sesimthathele inqomo ukuthi cha ngoba mhlambe khona inkinga lapha nalapha esuke samenza ukuthi engakwazi ukufika phambili. Kodwa ngoba sekukhona sekuqaliwe kufanele sibheke ukuthi kuyaphumelela na noma cha.
Sibonga kakhulu bamvuyana.
Yebo, ngiyabonga nami.
Ngaqhubeka ke babuye uvota. Well, that is Nkosi Mvuyane, a local here in KwaSonkombo. You know, he is making his way inside this voter registration center in Mzingezwe Secondary School, where he will check his particulars and make sure that he is given and afforded a chance to vote in this upcoming local and national elections. He says, in essence, what they lack the most in this area is water. They've seen quite a substantial amount of improvement in terms of roads, as there is currently road construction along where we are standing, which takes you from this village up to Tongat, which is on the north of Durban. So he says, in as much as they appreciate the work that they have seen, but the problem of a lack for water has been long-standing. He is saying that they would maybe change the way they vote and give a chance to someone that will work, but they are noticing a difference in as much as it comes in a snail pace. Katlego.
All right, so from Ntando Mnyandu out in KZN to Refiloe Seboko in the northwest. Refiloe is visiting a registration center in Itsoseng in Lichtenburg. Refiloe, good morning and thank you for joining us. Now, water and service delivery are issues that are plaguing many communities around the country. We've heard now from the KZN region, and of course the northwest is also affected by the same issues. Are the people of Itsoseng living up to their name of uplifting themselves by coming to register to vote?
Well, what we've seen so far in this voting station, Katlego, is that the turnout is very low. I think about 2-3 people that we've seen walking in to register to vote this morning. But Itsoseng is not spurred from the issues and challenges of service delivery. Water, roads are some of the things that a community for years, for many years, that is community of Itsoseng, they have been complaining about challenges of service delivery and say
this is the area that falls under the Chobotla local municipality, and you know that municipality has been on the news for a couple of reasons. But let me speak to Mama Selina to talk to us about her coming to register to vote today. Thank you so much, Ma, and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Let's talk about you coming to register to vote here today.
Okay, ke bone go le botlhokwa gore ke tle go register because ditirelo tsa mo gae di le ko tlase too much. Itsoseng e ko morago thata. So ke bone go le botlhokwa gore ke tle go register ke kgone go vouta ke voutele party e ke tla bona gore e tla kgona go dirisa pele.
Ditirelo o re di ko tlase thata ra itse gore ke karolo e ke leng gore metsi ke matsapa thata le ditsela ga ntse motho o le mo gae o re yana wa bona gore ke matsapa tota. Wena jaaka moagi le wena wa kwano o ikutlwa yang ke dingwaga e bile o le mogodi mo nakong tse dikgwetlho tseo di se di rarabolwa?
Ke ikutlwa ke le botlhoko thata because ke goletse mo Itsoseng ke ngwana mo Itsoseng. Ha o ya go diplekeng tse dingwe o fitlhela ditirelo tsa teng di le too much better than Itsoseng. Itsoseng ha rena metsi ya ka o bua, ha rena metsi, ditsela di senyegile, dikoloi tsa rona di a senyega bagaetsho. Ditsela tsa mo gae ha di monate, mebereko le yone ha iyo. Ba re bereke youth mo gae mo e tletse le strata, ba ba dinyaope ha ba iketse ba tletse le strata ke gore ke re tlhoka mmereko.
And then o solofetse eng mo tlhopong ya gago e tla e dirang kgotsa mo lekokong le o tla le tlhopelang kgotsa le ntse ne bile o le tlhopela mo dingwageng tse di fetileng?
Mo lekokong le ke tla le tlhopelang le ke tla le tlhopang ke solofetse dilo tse dintsi thata. Mmereko o nne teng, metsi a nne teng, re sokola metsi ke yone a re lelang ka one too much. Le matlo re sokola ka matlo, ha rena matlo. Bontsi ba rona re dula mo magaeng, re godile re le bakana gore re ka dula mo magaeng. Ha re ka direlwa di RDP pleke tse ding go na le di RDP ene tse di civilized mo gae mo ke kutlo botlhoko fela.
You sound like o setse o nyemile moko, and re bona gore gona no nyana there is a drive ya gore basha ba ine bone ba ikwadisetsang go ka tlhopa o no bua ka ntla ya go tlhoka tiro bo boa manthata basha o ga gakolla basha jang mo goreng ba ka ikwadisetsa go tlhopa?
Basha ke ba gakolla gore ba tle go tlhopa, ba tle go register gore ba kgone go tlhopa because ha o dutse go gae o sa tle go register it means re ka se gope re ka se tswelle pele. So le sports mo gae re tlhoka ditirelo tsa sports Itsoseng ne le ntle ba gaetsho re tlhoka sports centers, yes, sports facilities gore re kgone go grow up bana ba batlang re bone gore ba ya go kae. Sports ne se le teng mo Itsoseng no yana ga go sana sports ba gaetsho. Nna ke lla ka sports ka gore ke motho wa sports, and then too much metsi le matlo.
I'm just going to get another person, Katlego, just in short. He is also here and he'll give us his name right now. Just Kerkopalina Lakahole Sefani Kapila.
Tapelo Masai, Itsoseng.
Tapelo wena jaka moagi wa Itsoseng ebile o le mosha go botlhokwa go le kae gore o ikwadisetse go ka tlhopha?
Go botlhokwa thata ya ka re tsa go kgololesego le bagolo ba rona a ise ba kreye tetla ya gore ba ka tlhopha. Go tlhopha go botlhokwa thata, go botlhokwa gore batho ba ikwadisetse go tlhopha rotlhe e se gore o kgatlhano le mokgatlho o feng le mokgatlho o feng. Go tlhopha go botlhokwa thata itse democratic right e leng gore re ne re sena yone pele.
Wena mo go ena goreng go le botlhokwa le gore ke ditsholofelo tse feng tse o ka batlang gore di diragadiwe?
Go botlhokwa thata ka gore batho ba re ba tlhophang re emela gore ba re emele go pele ba ntse dikgatlhegelo tsa rona mo potsong ya gago ya gore re expecta gore go etsagaleng. Ke nagana ke se re dula re se expecta ke gore go thata gonela go thata la re ga o bua makaela ga o bua se one no Ntando gore re kopa gore batho ba re thuse ka metsi a ke batla go bua ka kganya metsi le re kopa leadership hela e tlhokomele motse wa gona o ke nagana letla le lona la bona le tsama mo dikhuting re dula re la go se senosi go sa fetse ba tlo go ke ba dikhuti ha go bua di election mara go tswa go ditlhopong gape di a boduloga dikhuti tseo.
Ke lebogetse nako ga go abuti.
Ke lebogana wa
That is one of the residents of Itsoseng who is saying that they keep on speaking about their expectations, particularly during election year, and the promises that the ANC-led government has made for the residents. Remember that we also spoke to some residents yesterday during the first day of voter registration weekend who are saying that they have slowly been losing interest in participating and registering to vote because of the empty promises that gets to be made. Issues of water, issues of service delivery as a whole, unemployment rate that is high and affecting the youth. They're saying that they are calling on the government to address that, and they're hoping that with the upcoming elections, those are some of the things that will be revisited, and so that they come up with a lasting solutions to the challenges that South Africa as a whole, the socio-economic challenges that residents are faced with.
Well, thank you so much. Those are our Newzroom Africa reporters across the country giving us updates there with regards to what's happening. Thank you so much to Zola in Ekurhuleni, Ntando in Ndwedwe, and Refiloe in Itsoseng in Lichtenburg in the northwest.